So a few words about Steve. So Steve, he's at about the 5.2, 5.3 year mark with Elliptigo, but he actually has a longer history with Elliptigo than the official employment years, if you will. For those that don't know, on Saturday, March 6th, 2010, Steve Burton ran into Brian and Andrea, who's our former director of marketing at the Napa Valley Marathon up in Napa. And later that afternoon, he wrote an email to Brian and Maria, and in those he had some words about the product, the Elliptigo. He was clearly, I think, interested. But in those words in that email, which I dug out, he said, if you are interested in bringing on an aging, 36-year-old, 10-year veteran ultra runner with a market development and business development background as a commission-only sales representative, we should connect. Sorry for the extended email. I haven't seen a product recently that inspires me as much as what we saw this morning. Pretty cool.
Kiss ass.
So that was March 2010, and I couldn't get the exact date, but either July 31st, August 1st, Steve officially came on board as an enthusiast in Arizona. With the plans of selling Tucson, well, he had the state of Arizona, but not, he's based in Tucson. But he had the whole state. He actually wanted more states, and like Steve, let's focus on Arizona to start.
Yeah.
You know, with plans of selling, 1,000 bikes.
I would have retired by now.
Yeah. November 2010, Steve joined the Elliptigo Century Club. This is well, he was still an enthusiast. He's number 9 on the list.
Top 10.
Top 10.
You didn't know that.
L Tour to Tucson.
Yeah, I'm on Match.com.
In December 2010, he actually applied and was interested in the operations manager position. I don't know if you remember this.
I do.
At which point I said, we actually had a candidate named Beth that was in the mix as well, that we decided to bring on board. But Steve was doing a great job. And in April 18th, 2011, Steve officially came on board as our Eastern Regional Sales Manager based in Boston. Now that's not exactly where we wanted our Eastern Territory or Eastern Manager, but Steve, to his passion, his interest, what he'd already proved, it's like, we gotta give this guy a chance. And so Steve officially came on board, and that's when that 5-year and a couple months really started kicking in. He was promoted to, on April 10, 2012, promoted to our National Retail Sales Manager. And then he must like April's, because April 2015 he was promoted to Director of Retail Sales. And so, Steve clearly has been committed to this product for a long time. Clearly, when he saw it, it touched him in a way that he felt compelled that there's something here for me to be involved. And I just want to say that I couldn't be happier to have Steve as part of the team, his leadership, his commitment to the team. He's tireless, he works hard as anybody in the company, and that is, passed on to his team, and it's been quite a journey. We've become to be friends in this process. A lovely wife, a baby. It's been fun to now live, a mile from us, and that's Neatus, and it's become part of the family. So, thank you, Steve, for all your efforts over the past 5+ years, and on behalf of all Elliptigo, thank you for your efforts. And now the floor is yours, Steve, for a minute or whatever you.
So I'll summarize. It's funny because I had the initial response I still see people to this day have, where there's a little skepticism because we all have that filter in, there's kind of some curiosity, and then it kind of starts to resonate if it does speak to you. But 6 or 7 months before I met Brian and Maria was when I herniated my L4, L5 issue, and I had some serious back problems. So I went from literally running like effortlessly. I just didn't have a background of injuries, to like barely walking for about a week and having people tell me you'll never run again. Yeah, you may need to have surgery, and I was just so blown away. The first run I was able to do again, and I don't like road marathons, was this one, and I was just grasping for straws. So then I saw this thing, and it was just like, the skies opened up, and I had that experience that I really value when I see a lot of our customers have it. And Carrie, of all people, has had so many of these stories come back to her. And I just want to share the first one that I had that really resonated, because I've been looking for a way to aligned myself with the outdoor industry before I met Brian, and I couldn't find the right thing to do it. And I had talked to some decent brands, but this woman who we connected with when I lived in Boston, her name's Barb. She works at the GE facility in Albany, and I met her through an event we did, and come to find out she bought a bike a few weeks before I first met her. But we got to know each other, and she started corresponding after her first hip surgery. And after her second hip surgery, she was telling me she was taking fewer medications, she was sleeping through the night naturally. Her life had just basically kind of re-blossomed because of this product and changed her life. And that was what I was looking for, was to be a part of something like that. And I think it was really, it's funny because out of sometimes negative things, positive things come. And that extends out to all you guys, because I've met so many good friends. I mean, how do I even start to describe this? For the longest time in my life, I didn't know that's what I wanted, you know. And now I can't imagine waking up another day without her. Either one of them. I just want to say thank you from Carrie. I mean, the rides we do together, Bryce, everything we've done together. Ryan, for giving me this opportunity. This means more than I can tell you guys. So thank you. And I'm glad I didn't get your job, because